Hello you gorgeous bunch, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be showing you some updates from my plants. Instead of doing like a March favourites, I thought I'd do a March updates video. So let's get into the plant updates, and I'm going to start off strong and show you an update on my Monstera deliciosa props cuttings. So another update I have for you is that because throughout March I brought in quite a few new plants into my home, I've now got fungus gnats. So I will be getting some more nematodes to do some fungus gnat treatments, but there are yellow sticky traps kind of hanging around, and I've got the thrips sachets on just because I always have them on for preventatives. I haven't got thrips. Touch wood. Sorry. I haven't seen any active thrips infestations, but I'm keeping the preventatives going. I'm having a bad talking day. So this is probably going to be really hard to show you actually because of the size of it. This is the 4-leaf cutting, and I haven't checked the roots that I can see in a little while. When I say a little while, I mean a few days. So I'm just gonna try and see if I can spot anything interesting going on, and I can. You guys, I was so nervous about making those chops. I was so nervous, and then I was so nervous about just putting it straight up into soil. So let me show you what we've got going on. So this is, where are we? Tomorrow it would be 2 weeks exactly from when I potted them up. So can you see? I know there's going to be a glare. This aerial root that's kind of been covered by the moss, which probably needs to be dampened again, has been growing. It's gone fluffy and it's grown a new growth on the tip. Oh, this is so heavy. We've got some new root growth. Oh my god, the glare is so bad. New root growth here, new root growth here, and oh my god, down here also some new root growth. So that is, that is so exciting. It is starting, like, I need those roots to grow more because they're both, this one and the others are looking thirsty. Like they're needing some real good water and nutrients going in. But let me get the other one for you. It's not too far back. So this is the one with the 2 cuttings in, the one with, there's a 3-leaf cutting and a 2-leaf cutting in this one. Let me see what's going on with this one's roots. Is anything? Oh, okay. Can only really see for new growth this section here. So I mean, that is definitely new root growth there. So it's doing something, which is exciting. I cannot wait until both of these vessels just are full of new roots. It's going to be so good. They are so heavy, those cuttings. I didn't really think about that when I was potting them into glass, but I'm sat here thinking, when they put out new growth, they're going to get really heavy really quickly. So my next update for you is, if you watched this video, you will have seen that oh my gosh, the sun today, it's cloudy, it's in and out of clouds, the light is forever changing. I'm very sorry about that. You would have seen that I chopped back a maidenhair fern, like completely back, and I didn't think I didn't think anything was going to happen, but look, I've grown a maidenhair fern successfully. It looks so ridiculous. I can't. What is like this one little frond? I kind of didn't want it to do anything because I wanted to just go out and buy another one and try again. But now that it's doing something, I feel like I have to give it a chance. But there's that update for you. The crocodile fern that I also chopped back in that video haven't done anything, so I feel like it's probably not going to do anything. But yeah, maidenhair fern update. I filmed a short video of me putting a moss prop ball onto one of Arja's nodes to root it so that I could chop it. And I feel like I've shown it in a video as well, but I can't remember which one it was. But I thought I'd open the ball to have a little look. I have already opened it, so I've taken the zip wire off and I've added, can you see this? This is like it's a plastic heart that attaches something to a trellis, but I've just used it to seal this shut. So I know that there was a little bit of root action going on. I do know that already, and I'm sorry I didn't share that moment with you. But let's just see if there's anything else going on. Don't know how to open this. Oh, what do I get? Moss everywhere. So when I opened it the first time, the roots that were there had like, it's almost like they dried out and died. So I'd taken them off, but there was a new root growing here, which it still is. So I can show you. You see? Look at how pink it is. How cool is that? So I think it is just that one root at the moment. But I've been thinking in my head that I might just chop it and plant it and just see what happens. What do you think? Should I do that? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just kind of a bit bored of it looking like this now. So yeah, I might just chop it and see what happens. I feel like the Monstera's rooting in that substrate has given me a little bit of courage to just prop in soil substrates. The next update I wanted to give you was on my Philodendron micans cuttings that I cut in my, I think it was like my prep for spring chopping up my plants video. I put some single node cuttings into here, and then I also put some trailing strands into water, so I'll show you those in a minute. So let's have a look in here. I have had these kind of on a heat mat, and I think notoriously I've not, have I? I don't know how well I've done with rooting them in this way before. There's something growing in the moss, like a little plant. That's cute. Okay, so this is what they're looking like. The leaves still look really good and fresh. None of them are dying off. This, immediately I've spotted this section, which is interesting, that the top, this was like the end of the strand, and the top node on it is rooting really well, but the others are not. Did you see any of that? Can you see the top? For goodness sake. The top's rooting really well, and then the other ones are not doing anything really at all. I feel like they're so hit and miss. Are there any others that are doing well? Like some of them look exactly the same, like literally no new growth. Oh, what's this? Oh, that one's got some, can you see, some new roots there. That's exciting. Any others? Doesn't look like, none of them look like they're dying. This one's literally just starting to, this little white bit here that's blurry is a new root. Yeah, none of them look like they're dying, but not a lot of them are rooting. I feel like they do just take a little while sometimes. None of them look like they're dying, but they're definitely taking their sweet time. So that's the, oh, I made the sofa wet. So that is the prop box of micans, which I think I'm happy with. I can't remember how long ago I chopped them now. And I feel like that's okay for like micans growth. The ones that are propping in water, this is what they look like. At one point, these all looked really, really sad, like the floppiest of leaves. But I feel like they've all perked up and bounced back. And there is, hopefully you can see that there are some quite nice roots in there. I'm hoping you can see that. So yeah, I think that's doing quite well. They do pull out of the water really easily, so I have been trying to keep the water topped up, and also I keep pushing them all back down again. But that's exciting. Like, that would make a really nice plant, wouldn't it? Like, just to pot that up, and then all of these, once they get rooting, I can make some really good plants out of those, or I can put them back into my plant. Although my plant's pretty big these days. Don't think I need any more in it. In that same video that I propped the micans, I chopped up a begonia that had been, oh god, fungus gnats are driving me insane. Yeah, I chopped up a begonia that had been at my mum's. Don't know if you can remember this one, that was just like weird colour. These are the two kind of top cuts that I took. This one has put out a new leaf. It's been this size for a little while now. I think it's, bloody fungus gnats. This one's put out a new leaf. It's been this size for a few days. I feel like it's probably reached how big it's going to get, but it's not completely hardened off. It's not as dark as I know they can be, and the back is not very red at all. But both of these have rooted. Can you see? I think you can see, can't you? Like, they've both rooted really well. Ooh, it's so hard to show you things in glass, but just trust me, there's some really good roots in there. And then I took loads of like node cuttings, and I forgot that I had them until I like was looking at that one. I was like, where did the rest of that go? There was definitely more of it. And I'd put them in here, and I was like, I think I'll do something different with those, and I clearly did not do anything different with them. But they are doing something. So let me see if I can, I mean, the water's nasty, I'm not gonna lie. I need to change it. You know, let me take one out. So you can see that it started rooting, it started shooting as well, and they're all kind of looking similar. So rooting, shooting. They look gross, but they are doing exactly what I want them to do. So I feel like I'm going to be like overrun with begonias very soon. But that's cool. So that's that update. I wanted to give you an update on my Anthurium Dressleri. This was a birthday gift to me last year from my planty friends. I feel like it's put out, obviously this is a new leaf. I feel like it's put out this leaf and this leaf with me. And obviously you can see the 3 oldest leaves on it have had some issues. It's so yellow, isn't it? But I feel like it's because it was underwatered. Classic me. Underwatered and then obviously re-watered and probably rotted some roots. But this was the oldest leaf before the newest leaf. That one's fine. And then this new leaf has come out and it's not hardened off yet. I feel like it's got a little bit more expanding to do before it hardens off. I'm really sad about this leaf being damaged. This was the first one I put out in my care, and it's just the perfect heart-shaped leaf, but I feel like I'm doing better at keeping on top of the watering for this one, and the discoloration hasn't got worse, I don't think, so I think it's okay. But it's not looking the prettiest, is it? But I wanted to update you because the new leaf is very pretty. And I just love how like these, I'll show you on this one, the sinus is separate, but it's just so close together, and I love it. I love it. So just wanted to give you a little update that plants are starting to put out new leaves, which is exciting. Let me see if I can, there are some healthy roots in there. There are, nice and green. So I also wanted to show you this one. I repotted this one recently in my potting up Anthurium seedlings pups video. I watered it recently, and I think I've got a clip of it actually. Like the water in the tray was just like, it looked like it should have been over spilling, and it wasn't. Like I was on the edge waiting, but it's quite damp, and I hope it's not too damp. I hope it's not too damp, but since being repotted, it has put out, see it better, it's a new leaf. It's a new leaf, and it came out of a cattail, so it might be, I mean, it's teeny weeny right now. It might be a surprise at how big it is, potentially. It might not, I don't know, it looks really tiny, but I'm excited to see that one is pushing out a new leaf. And this one, oh my god, the light. This one is another one that was like, it struggled. I underwatered it, but you can see how like pretty and silvery the leaves are. This is an Anthurium silver blush crossed with a Doriaki, and it was the one that used to be beautiful. Like I think I've shown photos of it before. Like the mother plant was stunning, and then I underwatered it, and then I overwatered it, and whole issue that I'm clearly not learning from because I keep doing. It, like the mother plant basically died, and that was a pup that came off of it, but I've got the chunk of the mother plant, and I've just had it in, so I've had it, ridiculously, I've got it in moss in a glass with like this jar sat on top to try and keep in some humidity, and that's been working quite well. But look, you see, look, there's a new pup, that's a new leaf, there's a new pup here too, and there's loads of like growth points basically activating like here along the stem, and I'm really excited. So I could have quite a few silver blush crossed with Doriaki pups going on. I'm very excited about that because it was so stunning, so stunning. I'm really happy that it's bouncing back, that I've got these ones going on here, and this one's also starting to do the do. And my final update for you today is of my Anthurium nigrolaminum GG. Look at that new leaf, and how red, like, can you, it doesn't really, I feel like it's not picking it up very well on camera. It's really quite a red pinky stem. Very cool. This was the one where, like, see this little like stub here, there was a new leaf coming out, and I tried to help and I snapped it off, and then I saw the new cattail forming, and then this popped out, and I'm really excited about it. I feel like I'm really close. I feel like the size of the leaf, you can't see, the size of the leaf just in this form, like all rolled up, I feel like it's quite long. So I'm so excited to see how it unfurls and expands and how big it gets. Like I feel like it could be quite big. Like I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but I'm intrigued. I'm really excited. Sorry, I just spotted, can you see that? I was like, what is that on the back? I think it's just some oedema from being watered. Not a pest. But yeah, the colour of the like leaf rolled up is such a deep purple. I can't wait to watch this one unfurl. It'll be the first leaf it's put out in my care, and I'm excited about it. So those are the updates I wanted to share with you. I'm really excited about them. If there are any plants that you've seen on my channel and you would like to hear an update about, please pop them in the comments, and I will try and make another one of these videos really soon so that I can update you on what's happening with that plant or that cutting or whatever it is you'd like an update on. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!